Seen it all. I have officially seen it all. Kalia Copper's wig falls off in the middle of the game. They call a timeout. She runs to the locker room, putting her, you really can't make this stuff up. And Caitlin Clark, though she's not playing in Chicago, she still takes over Chicago. She is the main attraction, the biggest draw in all of the WNBA.
The WNBA was already wild, but no one saw this courtside chaos coming. In the middle of a heated play, one player didn't just lose the ball, she lost her wig. Right there, in front of everyone. And just when it seemed like the drama had peaked, a fan crossed the line with one joke too many and got tossed from the arena like a failed halftime stunt. Buckle up, this wasn't just a game. It was reality TV with a scoreboard. Let's break down the madness you truly had to see to believe.
I'm not trying to make fun of, but goddamn. Joanna, man. Y'all can give elbows to the chin of Caitlin Clark every game, but people are getting kicked out of the game because they laughing at your wig. The wig piece is flying away. How in the world is she bald under that wig? That's the biggest issue here. Is she bald under the wig? I couldn't believe my eyes that her hairpiece got snatched out and they stopped the game. This is why y'all don't get paid as much as men. Show me a man hairpiece falling off, his toupee falling off, and they stop the game.
With all the weaves, wigs, and hair pulling going on, it's honestly a miracle this didn't happen sooner. After years of high-speed ponytail whiplash, industrial strength edge control, and the occasional mid-air bun blowout, you'd think the WNBA might have added a warning label to tickets. Asterisk, heads up flying hairpieces ahead. Asterisk, but nope. Instead, we're here live on national TV, watching a wig take off like it's gunning for a spot in the draft.
You really can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up. They stop playing. Alyssa Thomas calls a timeout. The wig's on the floor. Ka Copper tries to hide behind DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner not doing her any favors. DeWanna Bonner not doing any favor. That's got to be some type of girl code, right? There's got to be some type of code. If my wig falls off, you all need to huddle around me and make sure this moment doesn't look any more embarrassing.
This wasn't your average wig slip. This was a full-on hair exorcism. One moment, it was secure, flawless, and salon-blessed. The next, it was airborne, floating mid-court, like it was auditioning for Space Jam. The crowd gasped. The bench fought back laughter. And the camera operator, oh, they knew the assignment, zooming in like it was the play of the night. Because nothing screams WNBA drama like a rogue lace front busting moves by the scorer's table.
This is one of the many reasons I can't take this league seriously. This is one of the many reasons that I refer to the WNBA as pretend basketball. This league is literally the world of make-believe. It's a league of myths and fantasies, mythical racism, fake victims. The media describes WNBA players as elite athletes, which is one of the greatest myths ever told. There are players in the WNBA pretending to be stars.
And just when you thought the wig's great escape was the headline, in comes our unexpected side character, the fan with the joke. Probably said something slick like, she got crossed and uncrowned. A harmless quip, right? Not to security. They moved like he'd tripped a sensor at Area 51. 1 second he's chuckling. Next, he's flying out of the arena faster than the wig. You know it's serious when even the popcorn guy stops mid-scoop like, wait, they tossed him asterisk for that.
These people just can't get it right. The WNBA just cannot get it right. Y'all got to make a decision, bro. Do y'all want fans or not? Do y'all want fans or not? This is ridiculous. Listen, I wasn't even going to touch on this. I left it alone. Until I saw a fan was thrown out of the game for laughing. This is ridiculous. The WNBA, y'all cannot be so sensitive about every little thing.
Let's talk about priorities for a second. In the WNBA, injury timeouts don't just cover twisted ankles or busted knees. They cover beauty emergencies. And we're not talking sneakers or jerseys. We're talking lashes, lifting under defensive pressure, press-on nails flying into the paint like loose shrapnel, edge-controlled breakdowns that stop the clock like it's DEFCON 1, somewhere backstage. There's a glam squad on standby with setting spray and bobby pins like they're EMTs, with defibrillators, and the refs. Oh, they've seen it all. At this point, they're trained in both basketball officiating and rapid response wig recovery. You know this league is different when the post-game stat sheet should include minutes played with lashes intact. Forget field goals, we need a wig, security rating. Because after this, players better be double knotting their bundles tighter than their shoelaces. Let's be real. The WNBA isn't just a sports league. It's a touring reality show with elite cardio. Where else can you witness a crossover, a confrontation, and a synthetic scalp liftoff all in the same quarter? Wigs aren't just escaping at random, they're staging Tuesday revolts. Even the commentators didn't know how to call it. There appears to be an unidentified object on the court, sir. That is a 24-inch Peruvian body wave. Please put some respect on it.
Well, you knew there was no way in the world I was not going to talk about this morning. Not a chance in the pit of Hades. Pay us what you owe us. That entire slogan looks ridiculous this morning. It truly does. And the idea that a fan got ejected for heckling this is utterly absurd. And it was players that turned in the fans. What is going on here? What is going on? That's the lowest of low-hanging fruit. A wig fell off of a player, and you got mad because a fan decided to use it to heckle? Are you joking?
The real issue here isn't just a wig flying mid-game, it's the full-blown spectacle that comes with it. The WNBA is already walking a tightrope between elite competition and unintentional comedy. Some players are leaving it all on the court, others, well, not so much. But let's be honest, a big chunk of the audience isn't tuning in for basketball fundamentals. They're here for the drama, the plot twists, the chaos. We're now in a place where everyone's pretending the arena is packed, pretending it's strictly about the game, and now pretending the hair is natural. It's less a sports league and more a Broadway production where the ball just happens to bounce, and the NBA keeps cutting checks like it's all part of some strategic long game. Maybe it's about supporting women's sports, or maybe they're just quietly backing the most entertaining soap opera since Dynasty. Meanwhile, the internet's having a meltdown. Social media is flooded with memes, slow-mo wig replays, and AI-generated clips of a lace front doing post-game interviews like, "Yeah, I just had to get some air."
Latest fantasy presented by the WNBA, we have a story involving synthetic hair? I didn't know the Wicked Weave Joy Reid applied to be a WNBA player. I knew she was looking for work. I knew she was desperately searching for gainful employment along with a reliable form of transportation. When MSNBC fired the artist formerly known as Weave back in February, they also confiscated her broom.
One fan joked that the wig had better handles than half the roster. Brutal, maybe, but when your hairpiece is getting more airtime than your jump shot, it might be time for a team huddle, or at least a tighter wig cap. Naturally, the league tried to put a positive spin on it, called it a moment of vulnerability. A reminder that athletes are human, please, that had the drama of a game-winning buzzer beater, minus the actual scoreboard impact, and let's not overlook the commentators, still trying to keep it serious, breaking down defensive switches, while the internet's out here debating whether it was a frontal or a closure. Like the WNBA isn't one laced front away from becoming a full-blown SNL skit. But maybe, just maybe, that's the league's secret weapon, because no one shows commitment. Like a player gluing down a $700 wig, fully aware she could get bodied into the baseline. That's not just hustle, That's courage. That's pride. That's elite-level brand loyalty.
I swear I will never root for or like that woman. Yes, that is what happened. Kalia Copper with her 197-pound. Wait, hold on one second. You know how the producer gets at times. It's what now? I'm sorry, it's not a 197-pound wig. It is a 97-pound wig that she staples to her head in order to go out and play professional basketball, where, you know, you're running and cutting and jumping and changing direction and with people and so forth. By the way, those things are dangerous. Like, seriously, they shouldn't be allowed out there anyway because of the motion. And so people talk about elbows. Well, I promise you, I know, because I've also seen it in soccer with young ladies who have used their hair as a weapon on purpose.
At this point, we're not just watching a sport, we're witnessing a full-blown spectacle, a saga, a chaotic fusion of high-stakes basketball, halftime drama, and fashion emergencies under pressure. The final score? Irrelevant. The real question is, will her next wig survive all 4 quarters? And that ejected fan, somewhere, he's out there telling the story like a veteran of battle. They couldn't handle the truth, he says. I made one joke about synthetic scalp separation, and boom, banned for life. A legend in exile. So here we are. One wig, one joke. One fan tossed like a loose headband, and suddenly the WNBA has become must-see TV. Not for the fundamentals, not for the box score, but for the sheer Hall of Fame level absurdity. You've got wigs with more airtime than ESPN anchors, fans getting booted for being funnier than the broadcast team, and refs who seem more committed to preserving hairstyles than calling fouls. You couldn't script it better if you tried. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's a live-action sketch comedy with elite cardio and really expensive hair.
You're lucky half the arena didn't have to be thrown out. This reminds me of some Brittany Griner said the other day. She was dogging out fans again. Why? Because they're probably making fun of you getting locked up in Russia? Question mark? Of course they're going to heckle you over that. I mean, maybe you should have thought about that before you took cannabis oil into Russia. I guarantee you that's what that's about. Just my speculation, but no, it's the fans' fault. This league is wild. Hair Jordan.
Let's talk about that poor announcer trying so hard not to lose it. You could practically hear his soul clinging to that paycheck. The second that wig caught more air than a kite on a Miami beach, he had to bite his tongue like his career depended on it, because, honestly, it did. Every word he spoke was trembling, like she's down on the court. Postable equipment, displacement, sir. Please, just say it. The wig took off. We all saw it. You don't have to describe it like it's a flat tire. That thing launched like it had a one-way ticket to Mars with Elon Musk. And in came the fan. Oh, the glorious truth-speaking fan. A hero, a martyr, a beacon of common sense in a league that treats any form of criticism like a personal attack. He cracked one harmless, laugh-worthy observation, and next thing you know, the ref points at him, like Thanos mid-snap. Remove him, not escort, banish, for the crime of having a sense of humor. You've got to admire the theatrics. In the WNBA, apparently, laughter is a technical and common sense. That's a flagrant 2.
Let me just say this. I do know that black women, for whatever reason, don't like their real hair, because most men don't care. It's really women care about other women's hair, and they want to put weave and wigs on to try to impress other women, because men did not care. As long as you're doing something with your hair, it's fine. I forgot they did this. They kicked the fan out for making fun of. This is why women will never make as much money as men, and why the sport will never be as grand as the male sport. I mean, they can never escape the feminine. This woman got a wig pulled off, and somebody made fun of her wig getting pulled off in the middle of the game, and they kicked them out of the game.
It's almost too much to process. The crowd was already barely holding it together after that wig somersaulted across the court. And then the ref stepped in like Judge Judy in Jordans. All because a fan made a joke about something the asterisk entire. Internet asterisk was already memeing before tip-off. This wasn't just out of touch, it was an Olympic caliber overreaction. You've got players pretending to scrap over rebounds, refs pretending to be offended by jokes, and fans treated like fugitives for saying out loud what everyone else is texting in their group chats. Fan engagement. At this point, it feels more like a hostage negotiation. The WNBA has always struggled with public perception. But now it's leaning into that awkwardness with the grace of a three-legged giraffe. This isn't just a bad moment, it's an identity crisis. You can't market yourselves as tough and gritty while needing emotional CPR every time someone cracks a joke about a wig. You can't beg for attention and then eject the one guy who actually gave it, even if he came with a punchline.